It's fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
Being so close to them, they're so unintimidated by what's happening. You know, they stand around, they walk close to you, you can observe them, you can see them interacting amongst themselves, watch them coming in and out of the water. It's just altogether a fantastic experience to be here. They're so comical and yet sort of natural camaraderie. They stick together, they go around in little groups, which is very nice. They're not aggressive, they're very naturally curious.
Although penguins are black and white, they're one of this planet's most colorful creatures.
What is it about penguins that we love so much?
Well, it's hard, even as a biologist, not to be anthropomorphical about penguins. And here they are in little black and white tuxedos. Everything they do, from the squabbling that we can probably hear in the distance, for the way that they jump in the water, the way that they walk upright, these are very atypical birds. And quite honestly, my take on it is that they remind us so much of ourselves.
On our expedition to the Antarctic, we'll encounter hundreds of thousands of penguins of various species. About 80,000 king penguins nest here at St. Andrews Bay on the island of South Georgia.
Let me tell you what's so incredible about this experience. These penguins come up for a close-up look at us. You just stand here and you're literally surrounded by them. It is simply amazing.
On Deception Island, we come across a so-called penguin highway leading to and from a chinstrap penguin nesting site.
It looks like a city at rush hour. The people up there are all in their offices and the other people are on the street going up and down and around and through, and everybody's going in a different direction, and it kind of looks like Chicago at rush hour.
Why all the activity? Female and male partners are taking turns on the nest.
Right now the birds, they're in the middle of their incubation. So the birds you see coming in, they'll have just spent the last few days out at sea feeding. They'll be coming in to relieve their partners on the nest. And the birds that you see going out, they've been on land for a few days incubating the eggs. Sometimes you can quite easily tell them apart. The birds that are leaving are all caked on their fronts with guano, whereas the birds coming out of the water, of course, are lovely, squeaky clean.
Penguins glide gracefully through the ocean, but don't do well in this shallow, icy stream.
There's one right now.
Yeah, exactly that. You see, it's trying to use its flippers there to get some speed up in the water. But because the water's so full of ice and because it's so shallow, they just can't get the speed up that they would usually use to leap out of the water. So they're getting stuck in there.
There's another one.
Same deal. The flippers, they're doing almost nothing. It's a real scramble for the bird to get out, really.
And then we see something almost human. A penguin seems to be rushing to the aid of another bird.
What can sometimes happen with two birds in the water, one kind of gets a foot up on the head of the other one. It's not kind of intentional, but it just sort of happens.
In the waters off Gourdan Island, leopard seals hunt for food. Adelie penguins.
We've got him.
Suddenly, directly under the ice ledge I'm standing on,
Look at this.
a leopard seal catches a penguin. With these leopard seals around, penguins in the water are eager to get out.
Here they come right here.
These are incoming females that left the males about 2 weeks ago with 2 eggs. So they're coming in, and they're coming in fast. They're running the gauntlet with the leopard seals going up and down, but they're very, very cautious. And you probably notice they all come up and they're
look at 'em
my
coming.
God, look at this.
Birds on land are hesitant to go into the water.
They're all in a line. Everyone wants to be a leader until they get to the edge of the ice, and then nobody wants to go. And that peer pressure pushes and pushes and pushes, but the birds on the ice will not go until they can look in and see other penguins swimming. That means that there's no leopard seal. Once they see that it's all clear, birds popping out, just as we saw here, then the others will dive straight in.
It is a remarkable encounter. and I've never felt so close to nature as I have here.
It's a very big part of the experience. I think of our trip down in Antarctica, I think seeing the penguins has been absolutely the main thing. It's been absolutely fantastic.